Children, welcome back. Let us solve the problems from exercise 7b. Question number 7, second one. If A, B, C are in continued proportion and A into B minus C equal 2B, prove that A minus C equal 2 into A plus B divided by A. We have to prove this. Okay. First condition given is A, B, C are in continued proportion. So we can write A is to B equal B is to C. Okay. That means B square equal AC. We know that property. That is, for a continuous proportion you can write like this, B square equal to AC. This is the first condition. And also one more condition is given in the question, that is A into B minus C is 2B. Okay. And you can substitute the value of AC in this equation. Look at this. Let us open the bracket. AB minus AC equal 2B, which implies AB minus, what is the value of AC? Yes, B square equal to 2B. Here we use equation number 1. Okay. Now you can take B outside now. Common factor for these two terms. A minus B equal 2B. So what is A minus B? Yes, it is 2. We can cancel out the free B from both sides. So we obtain a third equation, A minus B equal 2. Or we calculated the value of A minus B as 2. Now let us take the LHS. What is LHS? This is A minus C. And substitute the values so that we will arrive in the RHS. Let us simplify this. Or you can take RHS and simplify to get the LHS also. Here it is easy to take the RHS and simplify to get the LHS. What is 2 here? We calculated the value of 2 as A minus B into A plus B divided by 2. Okay. 2 means A minus B. We obtained in equation number 3, no? We use that. And you learned the identity A minus B into A plus B, no? What is that? A square minus B square by 2. And also we know that B square, what is the value of B square if ABC are in continued proportion? Yes, it is AC, no? So substitute here AC. That is equal to A square minus AC divided by 2. Here also you can apply the 2 as not here to A. Rewrite this. This is A actually divided by A. And here A into, take the common factor outside, A minus C by A. Okay. You will get A minus C only, no? That is the LHS. Hence we proved LHS equal RHS. Look at this question one more time. Here we have the RHS 2 into A plus B by A. Substitute 2 as A minus B. And we can apply that identity. Do you remember this? A plus B into A minus B is A square minus B square. And now A square minus B square means AC, because ABC are in continued proportion. Take the common factor outside and cancel this from numerator and denominator. We get A minus C, that is the LHS. Hence we proved that. Okay. Next is question number 7, third one. If A by B equals C by D, show that A cube C plus AC cube by B cube D plus BD cube equal A plus C raised to 4 by B plus D raised to 4. First we have A by B equal C by D. Let it be equal to K and find the value of A. If A by B equal K, that implies A equal BK. Okay. And similarly, if C by D equal K, which implies C equal DK. Substitute these values in the LHS and RHS to get the same answer, and that's why we can solve this problem. Okay. Let us substitute the values in LHS. LHS is A cube C plus AC cube divided by B cube D plus BD cube. That is equal to, here you can see AC is common for numerator. So AC into A square plus c square divided by, here bd is common for denominator. So remaining is b square plus d square. Substitute the values. Here you can see a is bk. So bk into c is dk into bk square plus dk square whole divided by bd into b square plus d square. That's equal to, you can see this, b into d, bd into k square into b square k square plus d square k square. You can write bd into k square, and here you can see the k square is common factor, and inside the bracket there is b square plus d square only. Okay. Look at this, bk into, that means value of a is bk and value of c is dk, and a square means bk square, c square means dk square, whole divided by bd into b square plus d square, and this one numerator b into d together, k into k, k square. For this numerator k square is common, no? Look at this. So k square we took outside, and its denominator is bd into b square plus d square, and here also bd into b square plus d square. Look at this group, we can cancel out that, and bd also. What is k square into k square? It is k raised to 4. This is the simplified value of LHS. So the RHS is a plus c the whole raised to 4. We know that a is bk and c is dk. Substitute that, okay? bk plus dk the whole raised to 4 divided by b plus d the whole raised to 4. You can take k outside, okay? You can see the k value into b plus d the whole raised to 4 divided by b plus d raised to 4 here. So that is k raised to 4 into b plus d raised to 4 divided by b plus d raised to 4. You can cancel out these two. So the final answer will be k raised to 4. Thus we obtained RHS and LHS same. RHS equal k square, LHS equal k square. Therefore LHS equal RHS, hence we proved this. This way we can solve this problem number 7. Do question number 8 as homework. Now 9th question. If y is mean proportion between x and z, show that xy plus yz is mean proportional between x square plus y square and y square plus z square. How can we write the mean proportion, or what is the relation between mean proportion and the two numbers? If y is the mean proportion between x and z, how can we write the relationship of y, x and z? Yes, it's always y square equal to xz. If a, b, c are in continued proportion, and then only we can get this value a is to b is equal to b is to c and b square equal to ac. This is the mean proportion between two numbers. So here you can apply y is the mean proportion between x and z. So y square is xz. Similarly, to show that xy plus yz is mean proportion between these two terms, we have to show that square of this gives the product of these two terms. Let us take square of xy and yz. Okay, and then we find the product of these two. If we get the same solution, which means xy plus yz is the mean proportional between this term and this term. Let us check. How can we write or simplify xy plus yz? Yes, you can take the y outside. X plus z the whole square, which is equal to y square into x plus z square. And you can apply this value, y square equal, since y square equal x z, apply the value here, xz into x plus z square. Okay. Thus we obtained the simplified answer of xy plus yz square as xz into x plus z square. Now take the product of the given two terms. X square plus y square into y square plus z square. X square plus, what is y square? It is xz. Since y square is xz, we can apply that. Y is the mean proportional between x and z. It is given in the question. And y square, here also we can apply xz plus z square. Now, what is common for these two terms? X. So, inside x plus z. Here also what is common? Z is common into x plus z is equal to. You can see these two together we can write, and x into z. First xz into x plus z is repeating two times the whole square. Look at this RHS. Or the product of two terms, we got xz into x plus z square, no? As before. The square of xy plus yz also same. So, we obtained equation number 1 and 2 same. Therefore, from equation number 1 and 2, we can write xy plus yz is the mean proportional between x square plus y square and y square plus z square. Okay. Since the square of this term gives the product of these two, we can say this is the mean proportion between these two terms. Okay. Thus we proved that question. Do question number 10 homework. Next is question number 12. Do question number 11 as homework. If y is the mean proportion between x and z, prove that x square minus y square plus z square whole divided by x raised to minus 2 minus y raised to minus 2 plus z raised to minus 2 equal y raised to 4. Let us simplify this. Y is the mean proportional between x and z, which implies y square equal to x z. Since y is the mean proportion. Let us take the LHS. Here instead of y square, x is z. X raised to minus 2 means 1 by x square minus 1 by y square plus 1 by z square. Let us simplify the denominator. What is the LCM here? In the denominator also we can replace y square as xz. So 1 by x square minus 1 by xz plus 1 by z square. Can you see this? Okay, instead of y square we write xz. Now take the LCM. What is that? Yes, x square is z square. Now first term is z square, second term is xz, and the last term is x square. You know how to find the LCM. Therefore LHS is x square minus xz plus z square divided by this denominator, that is z square minus xz plus x square by x square z square. How can we divide? Yes, multiply the reciprocal. X square minus xz plus z square is the numerator into x square z square by x square minus xz plus x square. Now you can see this group of x square minus xz plus z square on numerator and denominator. So we can cancel this common term. So the answer is xz the whole square. What is xz actually? It's y square, no? So y square the whole square, which gives y raised to 4. Look at this. Okay. Y raised to 4 is the RHS. So we got LHS as equal to RHS. Hence we proved. Now question number 14. If the mean proportional between two numbers is 12, find the third proportional to them is 96, find two numbers. Find two numbers such that the mean proportional between them is 12 and the third proportional of them is 96. So, you can take the first condition. From the first condition, let x and y are the numbers. From the first condition, we can write 12 square equal to xy. That is xy equal to 144. And it is given the third proportion is 96. So x is to y equal y is to 96. Or y square equal to 96x. X means 144 by now from equation number 1. You can see that xy is 144. So x is 144 by y. Replace that. Then we multiply y square into y is equal to 96 into 144. Let us do that. That is y cube equal 96 into 144. So y equal cube root of 96 into 144. 144 can be written as 12 into 12. Also 96 we can express as 12 into 8. It's easy to take the square root, or you can do the prime factorization also, no problem. Cube root of 8 is 2 and cube root of 12 into 12 into 12 is 12. So we get y as 24. Now substitute this value in equation number 1. xy equal 144 and here y is 24. Therefore x into 24 equal 144. X equal 144 by 24 is equal to 6. Thus we obtained the values of the two numbers be 24 and 6. Okay, write it. X equal to 6, y equal 24. These are the numbers. Question number 15. Find the third proportional to x by y plus y by x and square root of x square plus y square. Let the third proportional to x by y plus y by z and a root of x square plus y square as p. So how can we write that? What is the condition? Is x by y plus y by x is to square root of x square plus y square is equal to x square root of x square plus y square is to p. That is the condition for third proportional. So take the LCM. X square plus y square by xy into p equal, that means product of extremes equal product of means, square root of x square plus y square into square root of x square plus y square. What is square root of x square plus y square the whole square? What is square root of x the whole square? Yes, it is x. So product of the right side is square root of x square plus y square the whole square, that is x square plus y square. Now let us find p. X square plus y square by xy into p gives x square plus y square. So p is x square plus y square divided by this fraction, no? So to divide, we multiply the reciprocal, that is x by y, x square plus y square. You can see the group x square plus y square on numerator and denominator. We can cancel that. Okay, now the p is xy. So this is the solution. The third proportional to x by y plus y by x and square root of x square plus y square is xy. Okay. Now question number 16, homework, and 17th one. If p plus r equal mq and 1 by q plus 1 by s is m by r, prove that p is to q equal to r is to s. First we can take p plus r equal to m as first equation, and 1 by q plus 1 by s equal to m by r is the second equation. Now let us prove that. Second equation implies 1 by q plus 1 by s equal 1 by m by r. And take the LCM on LHS QS. So s plus q by SQ equal to m by r. Now this MQ you can see, no? So we can rearrange this equation as MQ. So that is m, which implies x plus q divided by s equal mq divided by r. We multiply that q to the numerator on the right side only. Rearranged, okay? No other changes. Split s by s plus q by s equal yes. What is mq from equation number 1? Yes, it is p plus r. That is given in the question now. Replace that p plus r by r. Okay. Write it down. S by s plus q by s equal p plus r by r. Okay, what is s by s? 1 plus q by s equal p by r plus r by r. Okay, now that is 1 plus q by s equal p by r plus 1. So on right two sides we have plus 1, we can cancel it out. So that is q by s. But in this question it is the ratio of p and q and s and r, no? So let us rearrange this. That is r by s equal p by q. Just rearrange that numerator and denominator. P by q is equal to r by s.